Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tommy and welcome to episode 3 of our mini speed build series for December, Jurassic Winter Wonderland. In this episode we will be building a true Winter Wonderland, if you may, and a giant enclosure for all your favorite I was trying to say favorite herbivores and I said favorite. Anyway, this is me putting down the fences for this enclosure. We will have the enclosure all the way up to the aviary, and we are placing some rock barriers, but I'm not doing like full rock barriers in this park because I did it last time in my Jurassic Egypt. I almost lost my mind and I don't have that much time this time. I'm actually barely making it on time with these videos, and I'm doing it, you know, like in advance, but yeah, this video was a lot of work, as you know, like all of my builds usually are, because I'm a perfectionist. I won't leave well enough alone, and I'll be creating a true Winter Wonderland in here. For those of you who have watched my 5 tips on how to create a nice looking Christmas park or Christmas themed park or Winter Wonderland parks, you might have seen stuff from this episode, as there will be a lot of icy-blue, and there will be lights placed inside the enclosures, and they will, you know, like you will get a good glimpse in the enclosure at night as well, because it will be all well lit up. There will be fountains with all of these blue colors. I do love these icy blue colors because they just look marvelous when you put it like next to trees and all the trees light up and everything. So it's really, I mean, I love it. I love the overall effect, and you'll see. I hope that you will stick around. And there was a suggestion last time on my last video from my common buddy, dear Mr. Peter Škorec. And he suggested that I should talk some about the Slovak traditions for Christmas holidays, or just winter holidays in general. I know that not all of you celebrate Christmas. I do celebrate Christmas, but I'm an atheist. I do celebrate it because it's a holiday tradition about, you know, like giving each other presents and gifts and everything, but I don't go to church or anything. So I will be just talking about what's kind of usual for Slovakia or Slovak households. It might be different for parts of Slovakia. We are a very small country. We are a country of 5.5 million people. I was about to say years. No, we're not that old. We're actually very young. And well, not that young. I mean, like the Slovak nation has been around since like I want to say 8th century. It wasn't like Slovak, it was Slavic, whatever. I mean, like, I'm not good with history. I know more about the Game of Thrones history than I do of my own, and I'm not ashamed of it. It's just like, it has dragons. I mean, come on. It's just more. It's just better. Anyway, so I will be talking about those traditions that are here in the in the west, because you have the west of Slovakia and then you have the eastern Slovakia, and they are vastly different. We're not that big, but there are so many different traditions as you go across the country, and so many different dialects, and as it is with every nation, I guess. But from what I can tell you, what usually happens on Christmas, we celebrate Christmas on the 24th, not like the Americans, that they celebrated on 25th in the evening. We celebrated in the morning. We celebrated in the evening on the 24th, and we give each other presents in the evening on the 24th. And after like Christmas dinner, and the traditional like Christmas dinner consists of a carp. And it's like filleted carp, it's fried carp, and you usually have potato salad, with like peas and onions and lots of mayonnaise. What else is there? I don't know. My mom would tell me. I would need my mom to actually tell me what goes in there. Some people put carrots in it. Some, like a basic potato salad, and so that's like the main course. And then before that we have red cabbage soup. And basically it's all those things that I don't usually eat. I don't really like cabbage soup. I mean, I eat it if I have to, but it's just like, yeah. And then I don't really like fish, so Christmas dinner, not for me. But lately, like in the recent years, I've just, like had schnitzels for Christmas dinner instead of carb or fillet or something, because my mom was like, why torture your kids? So, kids, I'm 29. But yeah, so that's like the main courses, and you usually have a Christmas tree, of course. Well, usually you do have a Christmas tree if you celebrate Christmas, and what else is there? We split an apple before dinner and like split it into equal parts, and then from what I know, from what's been done in my family around Christmas is that you put some money under the tablecloths to get you wealth in the next year. And the apple is a tradition that says that if you eat this apple, and if everybody eats the apple, you will all meet at the same table next year again, that like nothing bad will happen to anyone. And after dinner you usually eat these, oh my god, I don't know what they're called. In Slovak they're called oplatky, and it's just like this very, very, very thin biscuit, I would say, but it's like so thin that you just break it very easily, and you eat it with honey and with nuts, usually peanuts. This is, by the way, the lights that I'm putting in the enclosure, and this was very, very long and excruciating, and it took me a while to figure out that you really need to have like a row of lights or multiple lights placed that you place at one tree for the tree to actually light up and for the effect that you want. But if you put trees next to it, it's just like, it really does create the atmosphere of this icy blue Winter Wonderland, this icy blue forest. But these lights do remove all the other forests, so that's why you need to put all the trees in there yourself. They're almost all placeable. And yeah, it took me some time to do this, but it was, I mean, I was so satisfied with the end result, because it just looks so mysterious and magical, and it really is like a forest that you go to that's like fully snowed in, and you really get the winter atmosphere. I was trying to experiment with the lights. I was putting some lights over there, some lights in a row, some lights, in a triangle, like those that you could see. So I was really going for something different. I tried to hide some of the lights, but then I left some of the lights visible. So it's really like, I used everything that I could for this build and for this enclosure, because in my Christmas tips I was like, you can hide the lights if you don't want the guests to see them, but you can also highlight the lights. That's nice. And I went for both. Why not have both? I'm all for best of both worlds. Hey, Hannah Montana. Anyway, so these are. What do I want to say? I mean, like, there's not really that much to say about it. I'll just go on about our Christmas tradition. So after dinner, you usually give each other presents. For those of you who still believe in Santa, I'm sorry to have ruined it for you. I don't think any children of that age watch these videos. So. And if you do, I'm sorry. I ruined Christmas for you. No. And then it's not really. I mean, I should have prepared for this when I knew that I would talk about the traditions, because this is like you eat a lot of sweets after dinner. You're trying to get a little piece of everything because there's always, you know, like nuts and fruit and a lot of, you know, like you have tangerines, you have you know, all the like traditional stuff that grows around Christmas. Well, tangerines don't really grow around Christmas, but that's when my country was communistic, before I was born, a long time ago, and you usually could get tangerines only around Christmas, only around that time. Yet some people still think that communism was the best thing that ever happened to this country, but okay, and then I like to remind them how they tell me stories about how they had to wait for the tangerines for 2 hours when going to the shop, because everybody wanted tangerines and you could only get them once a year, and I'm like, yay, communism. Anyway. I'm not here to talk about politics. This is Christmas. It should be Christmassy. And what I'm trying to say is that you have a lot of food, as in with every, you know, like tradition. And then when you have the 25th and 26th, you usually go around family, and the family invites each other. But I don't think there's actually that many like Christmas traditions that we would follow that much. I mean, I'm trying to think of something that is just like we usually go to the cemetery before to, you know, like light a candle for the deceased members of our family, and then we have the Christmas dinner. But what's important, this is one thing that's important, is that before this Christmas dinner you should not eat like the whole day. You should just like get ready for the dinner. You should be like hungry as hell in the evening so that you can enjoy the dinner. And usually what happens is that you really have your stomach is kind of, you know, like not, you know, like when you don't eat the whole day, your stomach is clenched, so then you actually cannot really eat that much, but you always get really full during Christmas dinner. It's just like, you know that you're gonna be full, you know, because it's just like you eat everything, and I mean, there's like no way to avoid it. And this is, by the way, the third enclosure. I should be talking about these enclosures a little bit as well. So I wanted to create these walkways between these enclosures, and I lazily put in the not so invisible fence. I still have a bone to pick with that one. And I just put some fountains like in the middle, and the lights. I created these pathways where everything is lighted in this like blue light. And I will be putting all of the Pachycephalosaurids in there. I will be putting Dracorex there, and the Pachycephalosaurus and the Stygimoloch, and then the Dracorex will be paired with Nodosaurus. We'll have Chasmosaurus with the Pachys, and then with the Styggies we'll have the Amargasaurus. Yeah, you can see some of these animals right over here. I recorded a little portion of the final overview in the middle, so I was like, okay, let me show you guys what this looks like, because I really love the final effect. We'll be building another enclosure. We'll be building the biggest enclosure that will be, you know, like the core of the of the whole park. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. We had a theater rehearsal. Before that I was at work, so I really am kind of, you know, like at a loss for words today, but I needed to record this today, because if I don't record this today, I'm not gonna have time to record it afterwards. So yeah, this is the Dracorex that I was talking about. Nice little fella. And yeah, hello, hi there. And now we continue. Now this was the intermission, And I'm putting some more trees on these hills to make it really look natural. And I wanted it to really be a forest. I wanted it to feel like a forest, like a winter forest, Christmas forest, or however you want to call it. And I always put trees around lakes and around rocks, so I put down some placeables as well. And yep, that's pretty much what I did here. I haven't ever told you guys how to say forest in Slovak, right? Since, like, I'm trying to teach you some Slovak words in these speed builds and in these tutorials. Again, we're looking at the packies for some reason. This video should have been shorter, I guess. I don't know. And that's, like, I already cut out very, very much of this video. So the forest in Slovak is called les. It's very easy, actually. It's called les. And there was this initiative a few years ago called My sme les, and it translates to "We are the forest." It was some. I won't go into detail on that because, like, this is not that kind of video. It's just like my thoughts are momentarily kind of like just like flowing. I have this like stream of consciousness going, and I'm trying to talk about something, anything that comes up, because it's been a long day. Yeah. I'm pretty drained, and I'm really glad that I did this a day prior, that I didn't have to still edit this today. But I do love these views from these viewing towers, and at the end of this video, I will show you the view from the actual, what is it, the zip line, the new attraction, the zip line. And that one is also magnificent because it's really, really high, and you don't realize how high it is when you like see it from the distance, but when you're actually riding the zip line, it's just like so perfect. And I put in some of these biosyn buildings in here in the enclosure for the guests to have multiple options of seeing these dinosaurs, visiting them in their enclosures, and to enjoy them. By the way, the giveaway is still going, and if you want to take part in the giveaway, these are the Parasaurolophus, and we'll have the glowing Parasaurolophus as well. But after we release the glowing Parasaurolophus, I think we'll be going into the final overview. But I wanted to mention, this is the huge enclosure. We have the Brachiosaurus here. We have the Stegosaurus, Archaeornithomimus, what is it? The glowing ones. Parasaurolophus. There's so many of them now, and there's gonna be even more after the update. Sinoceratops. Speaking of the update, we'll also have Triceratops and Ankylosaurus. I wanted to just like finish saying that. Speaking of the update, I will be gifting one of you the new Dominion DLC, the Malta expansion. All you need to do is this is the view from the zipline. All you need to do is to enter the Christmas competition that I am having on my Discord channel. You enter 3 pictures of your winter parks, and if I like them enough, I will gift you the Malta DLC. But this is the view from the star, from the square, from the main square. If you remember from episode 1, there was this like Christmas tree square that we had. This is the valley where we have our dinosaurs. This is where all the Triceratops were for some unknown reason, but it's so nice that they they herded together, and they might not be even clipping. So this is the overall view. We'll still have some things built in the back, and like at the other side of the mountain. It's probably going to be a 5-episode series. This is the Stygimoloch. I wanted to show you in during the daylight as well, next to the Amargasaurus. And I will show you, of course, how this looks at night. You already saw, kind of saw what it looks like. These are the packies. We'll also have the Chasmosaurus right here. I was going for darker skins, darker tones, for dark blue, dark blackish things, or white, dark blue or white. But I went more with the white, with the like big enclosure for the brackies and those kind of things. And I think that this is the final view during the day, and we'll hop. You can see that it's like getting darker, and these are the glowing Parasaurolophus right next to the square, the candy cane square, or the star candy cane Christmas tree. We have so much Christmas imagery in this park already. And this is the Winter Wonderland that has been the star attraction of this episode, despite the fact that I haven't been talking about it that much, but you can pretty much see what was going on the screen, and I kind of told you, and I kind of told you like what you need to do, and if you want some other tips and tricks for your Christmas parks or your Christmas builds, if you want to enter the competition, you can visit my video with 5 Christmas tips on what to do. Not Christmas tips, 5 tips for Christmas parks. Anyway, it doesn't really matter the wording, and these are the enclosures. I really do hope that you are enjoying them as much as I am, because I really do love the overall aesthetic and the overall effect. And this is something that you can actually do with other settings as well. You can just like cram some lights into your enclosures to make it look like this, but with this wintry undertone and this wintry feeling and all this like icy blue in there, it really does feel marvelous, and it really feels wintry, and it does feel like a proper like Christmas forest, like a proper Winter Wonderland. And I just love it. The guests can take a walk and just look into the enclosures and have it all lit up. But this is my cue. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this messy episode. My name is Tommy. If you like the video, please give me a like, comment, or share with your friends. And if you think that you will like my upcoming content, please do consider subscribing, because there is much more coming. And obviously there's more of this video coming, and I haven't remembered, like, I kind of misremembered how long I made it. I mean, this is the final shot. Okay, so now this is my goodbye. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for bearing with me. This is, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. But yeah, at least you can see that I'm a human. So thank you again very much. Have the greatest of the days. And I hope I'll see you here next time. But till the next time, bye-bye.